Hey everybody, it is stream time again. Wow, I know. From like none in 5 months to 2 in 3 days. I even kept a promise and said I there. So yeah, and hey mighty collector, and let me give you a shout out as you are so deserving here when we before I forget, before I forget.
Uh,
This
Hitboxes?
is air, fire, water, fucking hitboxes. How do they work? Right? How are you doing tonight, Mighty Collector? If you are not, if you are watching now, in the present or the future or whenever, be sure to follow Mighty Collector. She's super cool. She plays a lot of old games like I do. Also, she does the occasional toy unboxing and all of that. So yeah, I'm I lost I lost my train of thought in terms of good shout out material. Um, Probably because I do have a guest in the room right now. Poots the dog, although she's sniffing around right now, so I don't know if she will be amenable to an on camera appearance because she's something else. Oh, I might be able to. Oh, yeah, I got her, I got her. Hmm. See, hmm. It's the little booty. Say hi to the internet. Hi everybody. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, because my brother's out of town, so she needs somebody to sleep with. 60 or after being sick for well, that's good. That's good, mighty collector, that you're done being sick. Yeah, being sick is terrible, right, Pooty? Right? Hmm. Right? Being sick sucks. You know about being sick, cause you give your poops are all squirty. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. When Pooty gets sick, it's her poops are all messy. That's pretty much the gist of it. But yeah, so she will probably be hovering around, and there will probably be, even though I freshly took her out to pee. Pardon me. I freshly took her out to pee before starting the stream. She will probably get all I need to go out. I need to go out. I need to go out at some point during the stream. So one of the breaks will probably be that. But anyway, enough of enough of taking advantage of Doggo for clicks and for views. Um, on the previous stream on Sunday, we got to the end of the world and we got to the well, as it says on the save file, the third level set of like the third screen of it, because there's like, it's not like a level per se so much as it's like, I don't know, like it does like the whole, you know it like has like, you fade to black, loads up a different part of the level, but it's not all one plane of stairs. It's like a bunch of, it's like, mini networks, I guess. Sort of like how, I get, well, this is, um, guess the best equivalent I have are like how the rooms in Zelda Link to the Past work, where they, where yeah, they can be multiple level. They can have multi-levels and what have you, and they can scroll up and down and all that, but they're, yeah, that's kind of, that's the best I got. Anyway, let's load this baby up. Hold on a second. That's why. Yeah. Because things are a bit odd with the Mister. Oh. No. Oh, great. Oh, god damn it. I just broke the binding of the controls. I broke the binding of the control. Pooty, we're gonna have to do the bad thing. We're gonna have to restart the thing and rebind the controls for the system. Oh, yeah. Because it is not... Yeah, my... Shit. Hold on, everybody. And I gotta fish out the keyboard. Which is in of itself its own. Oh, goodness. We're gonna have to rebind the frickin' controller, probably. Down, up, A, B, C, start, R, X, Y, Z, L. And this is what we need the keyboard to press enter to finish. Okay, so probably should have gone down from A. Yeah. Because it doesn't hurt that, yeah, since the important thing to note is that, yeah, I mean, because I swear, since since I switched the disc, I switched all my Mr. Disc data to a freaking external drive, and it's kind of a little bit fucky as a result, but I did it because of space concerns. So it's kind of it's a little bit weird. Because during the last month of the hiatus, I was playing Resident Evil for Saturn, getting kind of in my groove again. Or, well, Biohazard, because I played the Japanese version. And it was a little bit screwy in a couple places. But yeah, I mean, so hopefully things, so let's see here, because okay, so yeah, these steps are doing a number on the scrolling, because you're seeing that, right? Everybody's seeing how when we jump down one of the steps, it just like, man, it. I guess we don't get in a fight with him, but he did just punch the shit out of us, and I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, he did 6 damage to everybody. Okay. Well. You know how they say you can't build them like they don't build them like they used to? Yeah, that's not a endorsement of the past. Oh! Jesus Christ! And yes, he shot me with his fist because I stood around looking too much. Ooh, money. It's a burb. It's a burb, and apparently it's a boss. Yeah, it's definitely having chugging on the loading tonight. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking chugging hard. Yeah, I'm gonna try and freaking, the wind didn't do him any much damage. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to the... Yeah, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get to the next big old save point. The next save point that I can, and save and then restart the system, because the mister, because it's definitely being a little fucky and a half here. Presuming it doesn't just like straight up freeze up here, because yeah, We appear to have frozen up. Yeah, we're having all sorts of technical joys today, aren't we? Yeah, it plumb, yeah. Oh, sorry everybody. This stream is already a little scuffed, isn't it? Yeah, I might have to rethink my policy on the external drive because it's definitely having a time and a half here. But yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I think it might also be where I had my where I had the it's possible as where I had my the hard drive. I had it underneath the mister, and it was very warm. The hard drive was very warm to the touch, which is saying something because my M1 Mac is pretty much never. I mean, that thing is ice cold. You know, that thing just never gets, heated. So I think that it was probably. I think I was. Yeah, I need to rethink the positioning of the hard drive because it's already. I moved it and it's already performing a lot better. That might be what I did. Yeah, because it's behaving itself here. Oop. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's... Yeah, so... Who knew? Treating your hard drive properly results in the game running. Treating your hardware properly results in game functioning properly. Amazing. Pooty? No. You were just outside. Not even half an hour ago. She's by the bedroom door. Mister 2-in-1. The fact that I'm using says Gollum, but you know, I just think that it's a thing. I don't see any indication of it. Yeah, look at that. It's just, yeah. It's behaving itself a lot better here, so. So, we're learning how to take care of our so, let's get this fight going. Yes, I will be looking in the direction of Pooty, like, half the stream here, when she's not on the bed. Well, so much for that. So... Mm. Jesus. Yeah, this guy is a chump. Again. Well, he only had 203 hit points. So, yeah. And it's also possible that what happened that causes it to freeze is it again, we're talking about a Mr. Pardon me. It's no, sorry. Sorry. It's possible that it's just a point where the Mr. Saturn core chugs a little bit, because I mean I know that it's passing all of the Oh, hey, now we have enemies. Sonic bags. Very appropriate for a, you know, a Saturn game to have Sonic bags. Yeah, maybe that fight is just one that the Mr. Quarters just like doesn't like for some reason. Because I mean, this normie fight, yeah. Because I know that until there was a fairly decent period of time where I mean, it was considered newly completable around the time that I started playing this. I think it's my memory is all doofy. What can you say? Oh. Well, I can't get that for some reason. Oh, there we go. That was... Oh, it's another one of those. Because somebody... I think it's Sue that has... If I could... We're doing so well. And not pressing that. So, let's see. Because, yeah, Sue has... Speed's IP of one friend. So Justin has it. Which is good, because he's slower right now. I'll take that. Look at that. Okay, so... We can't... How many days has this fucking climb taken? Overcome the trial before you, and you may get what you desire. That's how adventurers work. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but no matter what you say, there's something boring. Uh-oh. Okay. This is a very minor quibble. Very tiny minor quibble. I do wish that there was an indicator, some sort of like a visual or audio indicator that you would reach the end of the conversation. I mean, because that's kind of like, I find myself like, clicking on these, multi-step conversations and just like... a ton of times, and it's just like, well, one time too many. And if I'd had an indicator, climb and climb, and all we see is more wall. Yep. It's the top. Uh-oh. Wait, never give up. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I was just telling. Without peaks, so this wall must have a top up there somewhere. Yeah, I mean, just presumably. Okay, so sleepy time. At least half. I know we're at least halfway up because I have a fact. Justin just pulling this out of his ass again. The problem is that the game doesn't seem to be like, you know, giving him a little smack upside the head for being a shithead. I mean, you know, at least in this, I hope that it's not like, you know, Justin's always right, because, yeah, if that's the case, if it starts getting into that, I will be annoyed. So, here we go. So, we don't need to recover, but we definitely want to save the game. And we definitely want to make sure that it's saved to the mister. Oh, goodness gracious. So, we've done that. So, let's... Ow. You know what? We control... Because... Yeah, we control some water magic here. Because we did it. The other booby-trapped place, where it just, like, punched us around. Our stores. Ooh, hey, look at that. I like that. Fina's out of level 2 magic, but you know, and she still hasn't learned a single level 3, but I think that's probably quite a ways off, but yeah, I'm gonna abuse this for a little bit, so bear with me. Bear with me on the grindy silliness, but you know, hey. Yeah, I probably would just do it to one run here, because this is taking a while. Because the thing of it is that certainly, I mean, it doesn't hurt that Fina, since I've been using that ice attack, she's there, and I'm not. I'm fairly convinced that she's gonna leave the party at some point coming up. Hey, what are you doing with that plate? Huh? Sue's at level 7. Because I've gotten freaking Fina up to level 8. Level 8 is when she learned it. So, yeah, so... But yeah, I only do it the one time. I'm not gonna grind it out like I did previously. Especially since I've been... I start instead of... See, yeah. Having one of those, you know, the ones where I do the... It doesn't hurt that... So, now I'm also curious. So, she's at 42. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Frickin' Sue's not gonna... It would... Just to get her, and again, it's kind of like... I mean... because at this point, level 1 spells are to a whole lot. In terms of the experience raising. Although Fina is... Yeah, so... Honestly, yeah, we're not gonna... I'm not even gonna do that. We're just gonna go down, recover... Save the game as well. Just because, you know, we can. Money. Well, I guess we can't go that way. More money. Note that I don't. Note that I have like how much money do I have right now? 17,000. Unless one of a number of things happen. One, I don't know, the stuff on the other side of the wall is a lot more expensive, or two, and this would be the dick move. All our money is worthless on the other side of the wall. There's gonna be something else. Oop. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. I knew there was some of the trigger here because, again, bad, but yeah. It's the bourbon, it has friends. So, let's see. let's see here. Come on. Probably gonna kill the little one. Yes. I think we're... You know what? It's been a while since I've used any of these. Oh, Jesus Christ. One punch. I just one punched his ass. Well. Oh, Jesus. We got ambushed. Oh, great. They're turning invisible. Yay! We also have... Oh, my goodness. No. Let's see here. We're gonna have Fina do that. Holy shit. We're starting to get a little, Well, that was a, yeah, we need to... Definitely expended much of the SP there. There. So we're at section 8. Oh, there's only 10. So yeah. What the? I didn't sign up for no frickin' laser beams. Well, it didn't exactly hurt me too much, but still. that's what the laser did. What in the... Well, that was... So, let's see here. Well, first off, let's double check. I think we're okay. Well, great. Now we got more burbs. Yeah. Give me some pet before I take these birds. Now that didn't exactly do too much. Yeah. Okay, so I'm out of SP, and I don't want to use an item to do it, so let's see here. And the burn doesn't do shit, so maybe a critical, just a normal critical will do. Let's see, because the crackle did a pretty decent shot, I remember, I think, right? I can't even remember right now. Do too much. How the Justin's combo didn't exactly do a ton either, so. Well, I got a ton of gold for that. Jesus Christ on a crutch. Good lord. Well, I guess we're not gonna be going back down. Certainly not that way. Fancy. branch needed for today. So, I'm glad we still haven't reached the top. Oh wow, even Justin has lost faith. Yeah, well, you do realize that the last level that, that you, Justin, you That's what you told us. Or were you just making... I was... But... No, I did it there. I did it this time. Now we got a whole big freaking thing to deal with. But apparently this is the end of this? So... So... It's such a chill afternoon. Oh boy, you know what that means. Yep, this is it. Means that first step's gonna be a Lulu. Yep. We've discovered the fact that the planet isn't flat. Who knew? Oh, like everybody going back to Greek times. Um... What? What? Um... 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 Well... Down the hole. Wait, we're not dead? Okay. Justin's not very bright, is he? Not at all. He fell on a leaf. Really? Oh, Justin. So we've got to find Sue. Got a save spot. Okay, so... so let's see here. Fire 25. Water. Yeah, I'm just checking here. Magic. The maximum water. Maximum fire is 25. The maximum water is 20. The maximum wind is 23. The maximum earth is 19. And these other ones are... And Justin's... Although... What? What? What's going on? What are you doing? She's watching the computer, the stream on the computer, and she's starting to burr. She's starting to get angry. What? I think she sees herself. What? Do you see yourself in the computer screen? Is that what it is? Let me get you here. Do you see yourself on the computer screen? Huh? 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 Do you see yourself on the computer screen? Hmm? Hmm? Are you like, who's that weird dog on the screen? Huh? Or are you just being a silly butt? Huh? Are you being a silly butt? Okay, you get over there. You get somewhere. You behave yourself. Huh? Oh, she's a silly butt. So, let's see here. But yeah, so, we're... Yeah, because of course Justin has it, but he's... I mean... Let's save the game. And let's save the game. And let us go here, so... So, let's see here. That was what I was looking for. Okay. What are these delightful individuals? Red devils, nice. So let's. So what's the health weed? The sport. Oh shit! So let's see here. Now, so okay. So we. Passed up a goodie. That I couldn't find. That I apparently have not been able to find. I'm thinking. So what's that? An antidote. So poison the dove. So you know what? You know how I was saying there's probably going to be a break for Poopy Butt? We're going to have a break for Poopy Butt because just getting all squirrely. And it's, yeah. So I'm going to run some ads, going to do the break, all that stuff. And I'll be back shortly here once we figure out what's going on here. So stay tuned, everybody. I'll be back. Alright, I am back. Fresh from taking the Poots out to do precisely nothing except for her laps. Because she got the zoomies. Well, she did not. She chased her tail a little bit outside, which is, you know, its own thing. And then she was like, I want to go in. I want to go in. And then as soon as she went in, zoomy time. So that's what happened. And let's see. Hey, Kakalakola. Thank you for Zelurky. Let me give you a shout out as soon as Cola. This will probably be a clip of the greatest fighting game ever known. Oh yeah, that's right. You got to do the consent. But yeah, that's the only reason it's not a clip of Dong Dong Never Die. Anyway, I hope you're having a good evening, morning, whatever it is where you're at, as we go through this delightfulness here, and as I try to found it. I knew. Because of course the map tells me that it's there. It was just like, I couldn't find it because it was, they're getting diabolical with the hiding spots. Like, seriously. Extremely diabolical. I mean, I'm, again, not complaining. Plop mold. Wow, these guys are chumps. Or would the more accurate thing be, they ain't shit? Since Plop is a, you know, pardon me, common onomatopoeia for the sound, you know, it makes, you know, when it, you know, goes where it needs to go. So, let's see. Kind of curious him. Sorry, didn't do much to him. What about the fire to these fools? Wow, it didn't even get the second. What? I am being stared at by this little reddish brown. both goddamn poisoned. This is great. Does it persist out of battle, though? Yes, it does. Oh, I forgot. Restores HP. Restores HP. Oh, that's great, because I don't have, I'm not even set to freaking do that, because freaking, I don't have, I don't have, earth magic with her, so that's great. So, yeah. We're gonna have to... I don't remember if I had any. What? What's your drama, Llama? Let's see, do I have any? Nah, all that I have in here are a bunch of weapons. Yeah, and some charms. And this stone, the spirit stone. So yeah, this is gonna be something else till we freaking get And that was the only freaking, that one antidote that I did is the only one there. but apparently our ploppy friends do drop. According to the guide, they drop. You know, poison restorers like crazy, so let's see what we can do, because I think that the other problem is that stat increases do not exactly happen when you're poisoned. I recall that being I could be wrong. We'll see. Okay, good. Oh no, she gained skill points, so. But we got an antidote, so. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is gonna be something else. Let's see what this does. This should finish them off nicely. Oh no. Oh, for God's sakes. What? Come here. Huh? Little poop. Why don't you come here? Come up here. Huh? Come on up here. Yeah. Huh? What is going on with you? Huh? What is your deal? I know you're all discombobulated because Lance is gone. I know that gets you all discombobulated. Discombobulated. Because you're not actually asleep also. Because I run the worst hours known to man. Do it. Getting on to your tricks game. I see what you're doing. See what you're doing. Oh. Discard inventory. Which means that we're going to bam fruit. Bam! Oh, Bomo. Restores 4 level to 1 character. Which means that we're gonna give it immediately. I can only use it in battle? What the frig? Well, that's a... I'm sorry, but that's... my initiative, even though they snuck up on me. I'm like, hey. Yeah, that was a... I mean, yeah, it's good to have a, you know, a spell recovery thing, but at this point in the game, especially just 4, only 4... Yeah, because 4, you know, MP for a wiener spell, that's not all that great. that is nice that when they're in the middle of that, the fire can actually cancel their attack. Yeah. There is absolutely nuance in this magic system. So, anyway. Down here. My itch. Sorry. Because I will say this much, I'm very much of the mind that I'm high, extremely overpowered. But the thing of it is that sorry. His health beat does 80 to one friend, so we got 40, we got 60. Yeah, we'll dump since we've got the ever Pull up. 3. Well, this discard item. Not worth it. Chola flowers, not. When we get to. Well, that was a helpful plan. What is this? Freaking Cobra Law? Like, seriously, it just, like, you know, presented itself as a, you know, stairway. With, like, some Cobra Law shit. Now. Fruit. So, here we are. We've got another section. I'm out of level. Yeah, Justin's out of. Number 2. Because that's the thing. Phoenix just got so much. Going on, it's not even funny. Jesus Christ. I guess that I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that they're weak to some of that water magic, cause holy Jesus. So we're going to be getting rid of another. I want to get rid of the ginseng because the bitter has negative effects of battle. I mean, well, not exactly predictable, but certainly enough to be of a concern. The thing of it is, though, is that I'm kind of at a point where whoa! Yeah, this is some Cobra Law shit going on here. Holy shit. Might have to end the stream soon because somebody being all persnickety. And I'm sure that it's getting caught up later. It's like, what's your deal? Are you trying to tell me that I am violating the primal forces of nature by not going to bed at a normal hour? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That it's snuggly bedtime and not playing video games all nighttime? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Huh, Pooty? Is this the discussion at hand here? You're wagging your tail. Justin's just learned Burn Flare. So you'll find out after battle what that means. But yeah, freaking that blizzard freaking spell freaking just. It's a oh! I finally learned the level 3 spell. Attack all enemies with fireballs. Nice. We'll have to. You were just out. Not even an hour ago. You were just out. All the internet knows. The internet knows that you were out. Not even an hour now. The entire internet. The entire internet knows that you're full of it. We're gonna check out. Oh, I don't even. He doesn't even have enough. He doesn't even have enough maximum MP to use the spell yet. And now a kick in the face. No. Oh, Jesus. That's gonna count as a... Oh, no. What? How is that as an initiative? They got me. Right. Yeah. How go? It's going pretty well, Caglacola. And no worries about stepping out for a bit. You missed, you didn't, you missed a lot of fighting. And you missed a whole lot of somebody being all upset, even though she was outside less than an hour ago. Not gonna name any names. Jesus. Yeah, Pooty. My brother's out of town, so I'm I'm the one that is, that gets to sleep with Poots. But of course, my tremendously not normal, abnormal sleep schedule does not agree with her. So let's see here. So somebody's shoes. Dun dun dun. Shoot. Well, she's one of the characters, and she's currently missing. And I mean, exactly why her shoes? are just lying on the ground, I mean, who knows? We'll figure it out, I'm sure. I don't know if we'll figure it out this stream because somebody's being a little butt that has to have all the attention focused on that. Huh? Yeah, you. Oh god. Well, we're definitely starting to get to a point where they can hit enough. Or I probably shouldn't be. I mean, because the main reason I'm using the magic is so that to work on leveling up the skills and everything. I mean, especially since Justin's max. Vaccine. Hey now. So what does the vaccine do? Cures plague? Plague? Well... I don't know what plague is. I don't know that status, but I probably want to keep that because I'm sure it's going to come. I'm sure we're going to get there. So let's see here. Oh, there. So we're gonna. I knew there's a treasure from the map, but I don't know where we're looking at. So it's down here. Yeah. So. think about using some of those SP, MP freaking items, because holy Jesus, yeah, we're still a little bit. Let's stores. Justin's only got restored us, so let's see here. SP to one friend. 10 SP. Do that. What's in here? Oh yeah, resurrect potion, so yeah. Probably going to stash those potions because I'm kind of getting at a point where the next time I can. Oh. I'm getting a lot of your initiatives for some reason. Jesus. Good lord. This is mag fruit. You know, I miss this aesthetic, the point in game tech where low res polygon fit in with the pixel art. Yeah, there's something to be said for the early days when they kind of had it, where they were using character sprites, and that for, you know, the characters, and then using 3D for a lot of the scenery and the magic effects. I mean, you know, like in the Suikoden games, you know, are another good example of that. Two max HP for levels 1 to 3. So this is gonna go to Justin. Justin's freaking, he is so far behind right now in MP. especially compared to Phoenix. So that's a no-brainer. We're the rare few Aries in Symphony of the Night with, but yeah. Well, I mean, Symphony of the Night, pretty much, they showed you that, you know, they used, oh no, we want to go this way, because we're already there. Symphony of the Night was a perfect example of, you know, that Konami just, they knew what they were doing with, with pixel art. They were just, you know, absolutely, you know, at the peak of their powers, and they're like, well, we got this PlayStation, and, you know, why not use it to enhance this thing? I mean, because that's the thing. I mean, even today, I mean, you don't see it as much today because it's not the aesthetic that people are particularly looking for. But I mean, it's certainly a valid thing of using in pixel art games, you know, throwing in some, spicing it up with some polygon effects. You see it in you see it in 2D. You actually see it in 2D animation more these days than anything. They're more, yeah, definitely with decades. Oh yeah, I mean, especially Konami, who I mean, they were the top flight studio, but you see it in animation these days for sure a lot more. The studios having since I know the Chronicle will turn the Red Devil into nothing, although he's only got 87. But yeah, 2D animation these days tends to be more willing to use CGI with the as something to enhance it. It doesn't hurt, of course, is that, you know, 2D animation is all, they don't, I mean, it's no longer done in cells and oh, I know that puff puff sound. Uh-oh. As I pause to get, you know, a treasure, because, you know, that's how it is. That's my reaction. There's nothing here, so. Or SNK, you see that art development great for the time in the first. Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't hurt the SNK kinda. Oh, we got a cutscene here. Before we cue that on, let me finish the thought. It doesn't hurt the SNK. Their thing is that creating the Neo Geo hardware, that was just, I mean, besides the fact that it was, I mean, it was just absolutely, you know, it was probably the peak of 2D design. In terms of hardware specs and everything. And certainly, given that they got a good decade out of it. But the thing of it is, having that instead of oh, we're gonna do full, we're gonna reinvent the wheel with every game. That allowed them to do it. Obviously the home the thing of it is that it's clear that, yeah, they offered the Neo Geo in homes, but given the pricing structure they had, the home market was not the intended market. Because the game, well, let's face it, to anybody that's ever seen a Neo Geo cartridge, hell, even a picture of it with proper context of size knows that the cartridges are just these unwieldy things. But the point is that SNK they developed a very powerful platform, and it allowed them to concentrate on getting the best out of it. And the only thing that ended the run with it was the fact that the industry went to 3D in such a huge way, and that the Neo Geo couldn't, wasn't designed to handle it. I think that was the general have a base arcade hardware. Yeah, there were a lot, but there were some entities that were still kind of getting a little fucky ducky with that. Obviously, they would have, or more accurately, their hardware their common hardware would only last so long. Like the CPS, like the Capcom Play System, the CPS 1 and 2 and what have you, they didn't, they only got a few years out of it. SNK got a goddamn decade out of it. Late era, a little too, yeah. For sure. But that's the problem. That's the downside of having a common system that everybody knows, is that it's easier to get, to figure it out, and it's easier for the pirates to do the hardware, because the fact is that everyone talks about, like, with the Famicom disk system, everybody talks about how that system was all easy to pirate, insta-pirate, with the discs and, and everything. But the thing of it is that they were pirating cartridges well before. They were pirating cartridges during the, and making unofficial cartridges before the system, well before the system ended. Yeah, they weren't able to do, like, MMC3 and MMC1 games or any of the complex mapper games, but they were able to rip off a lot of, certainly the no mapper games, and that, yeah, the suicide, well, that's the thing though, Kekalakola, is that the suicide, that was intentional. The whole suicide battery, that's, like, very common in arcades. That was intentional, because if you're going to rip off our stuff, and tinker with it, oops, battery kills it. The problem is that here comes in the long term, it's meant that preservation of those arcade pieces of arcade hardware with the suicide battery, preserving them and keeping them running, is a real bear. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the thing. Some of it was FDS, but a lot, they already knew that cartridges were possible to rip off. It's just that the FDS, since it was a disc format, it was cheap. It was, it was cheaper. Discs are always cheaper to rip off than cartridges, but that didn't stop it. I mean, that's why. I mean, and that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, because that's. I mean, piracy is its. I mean, piracy. I mean, piracy back then is different than piracy now, because the piracy then was very much companies, was very much, people trying to copy what was out there to get a cut of the, the cut of the sales, whereas piracy now is just, getting it free. So yeah, 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 and I've seen, yeah, and it's like even before I ever owned an, is dropping films in? Or is it the website? Hold on here, because I'm not showing the drop in frames, but the might have been just a web pagey issue there. But yeah, the thing is that it was because it was a format that people knew existed, and because it was based off of Mitsumi's quick disc format, which is obscure, especially to us in the West, but was not an unknown disc format in the East. So that was, so the thing is the only additional hardware the only additional protection they had was, again, the grooves in the Nintendo, the certain letters in the Nintendo on the disc. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. And that was. I know that was, yeah, in non-U.S. territories, the dip switches with 2600 games it was fairly common, whereas it didn't really happen here. Although, ironically enough, the Ataris doing that 2600 plus, the emulator 2600, that also plays 7800 games. The new cartridges they've been selling are multi-carts with the dip switches. A 50, by the late 80s, 50-1 on an Atari, that was very possible. For all of the because the thing is that excuse me. For all of the weirdness when it comes to the Atari, is that so many of the games were like 2 and 4 like kilobits, not even kilobytes, kilobits. They were so, yeah, you had to reset to select in the 50-1 cart. Yeah, I believe I've heard of that. But the thing of it is that they were so small, so many of them. Especially the earlier ones, and even a lot of the ones in the golden age. The 1980 to 83 range, where the system was one of the biggest selling thing in town. They were, they maxed out at 8 kilobit. I think it was kilobits, not kilobytes. So like really, just absolutely goddamn tiny. Yeah. Oh, they were. Japan. Okay. Yeah. That's. Yeah. That's and the thing of it is that is just like so. I mean, and it's like they eventually. I mean, because I mean, they ended up max. I mean, because in the late 80s, some of the when the whole fun is back era, they started getting into like 16 kilobytes and like even 32 in some extreme circumstances. But the thing of it is that for the most part, the bulk of the library is like 2 and 4. Yeah, and Solaris was a post crash game. And I mean, because some of those post crash games are so graphically impressive that it's amazing that they got that much out of the system. I mean, a lot of them are most of them are absolutely destroyed by the input, because the fact is that you have a joystick with one goddamn button, and then you also have some you have some switches on the console itself, but I mean they're not there. That's why like 2600 Kung Fu Master and Double Dragon for the 2600 are so just wretched to play, because the fact is that they didn't have an input. There was like, well, we got this controller that's got one button on it. What can we do? And the economies of scale were not enough for them to be like, hey, let's make a controller that can do 2 things or whatever. But yeah, I mean, but those late era games were the outliers for the 2600. Let's see. We're taken up by drawing things to the screen. I mean, yeah, but the thing of it is that the 2600 you had. I mean, the thing about the 2600 is that the programmer had incredible amounts of power on what to do. I mean, they could control what the scan. I mean, they could control it right down to the scan line, which is like, I mean, which made it difficult to learn, but ironically enough, for a system created by Nolan Bushnell, it was difficult to a little too much power, because it's like the control over the scan lines. The thing is that the programmers, if they won't, there's a big problem with using with certain 2600 games on through HD TVs, where if they programmed it out of if they programmed the refresh rate out of spec, that it causes all sorts of graphical issues on with modern TVs, because HD TVs they're it's all digital, so they expect refresh rates to be within and number of scan lines to be within the spec, and if it's out of spec, it fucking flips out. I mean, one of the big ones is Warlords. Is like, I mean, there's a hacked version out there, but the thing that is, the base version, and I played it on when I did my Atari night what was it, 2-3 years ago or whatever, when I did my Atari night. I mean, I played Warlords and it wigged out. It was unplayable because it just totally wigged out. Yeah, and intent on showing you the image, even if the sync signals were a little on. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, it has to be. And the thing is that again, the pro. I mean, Atari's. I mean, granted, this is where the third parties being whatever kind of hurts things because the third parties just did whatever, but Atari's internal documents, they pretty lined out what was supposed to be within spec, what your recommended scan lines to be, to not cause issues. And the thing that, I mean, so it was a known thing, but you could, there was enough, there was enough fiddle room. There was, I mean, I can't remember what the number of scan lines that you could do, what the range was, but I think it was like, something like 6 or 8 scan lines, which for the 2600, this is like, that's like a virtual eternity for the programming time. Go off spec. Yeah, you need something run at like 55 or maybe even 60. Yeah, you can totally do. Yeah, and it's like, it's really kind of wild that you can. I mean, it's why. I mean, obviously, ever since Batari Basic was developed, a lot of the homebrew software for the 2600 is kind of it's kind of hit. It's kind of gotten a little bit more standardized, but I mean, it was all over. That was kind of the initial appeal, was just that it's so. Besides the challenge that you could do just about anything, and that's kind of that's the craziness of the 2600, is that it's I mean, for a lot of its disadvantages actually attracted a generation of programmers starting in the late 90s. And but yeah, so let's see here. Let's get that. I'm gonna start with the story here. So Puffy, where's Sue? Like over there, next to. Oh my God! It's Sue's bag, but they go. Oh no! This better not be a Sue stew. Oh no! But. Jeez, look at this guy. Oh, it must be important. It's voiced. Uh-oh. Fina just keels over. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Here we go. I am Gadwin, Knight of Dight. Knight of Dight? What the hell? Really? I think this is a scripted. Huh. All of a sudden I have enough. Everything's refilled. Cauldron, you mean is now... You mean to say that Sue is now soup? I mean, that seems... Yeah. Sue stew. Oh, damn. 9,999! Oh, God! Oh, no Sue stew. Making stew out of us? It's flying dragon stew. Dr. Alma. Indict, yeah. Cross swords with Gadwin, the greatest swordsman of Dite. Usually, he's a fine swordsman. Why, sir, why are you puffing him up like this? Justin's only gonna get more insufferable. What? I have a dog sitting behind me. It's like, Mmm. Is it because of the rain? All in all, I may have to work all night tonight. Of course it does. Super. Oh, God. He does it all the way. Yes, Justin definitely whole asses it. Eyes rolled up like this. I didn't do that. You keeled over. We just saw it. What? Yeah, once we get to a save spot here, I guess we'll... Makes mistakes. Sure is impressive. And boy, was I surprised to find out that people are living here at the end of the world. Are you telling me I need to end the stream? Huh? Are you like, you can end your stream now? I want to go to bed and I want snugglies. Huh? Is that what you're telling me? She's rolling around. She's lying behind me and she's rolling around, and I'm sure you're able to hear her whimper. So yeah, she's making it known what. Hey. I tried to carry her this round when you tried to kick me out. So Puffy tried to beat the shit out of him. That must have been something. Of course. It's all about the training. The warrior's way. Very Klingon of you, sir. I'm trying to download the latest for... And keep... Oh, Jesus. Gotta love the internet sometimes. Hey. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I think it is prudent for me to end things because somebody is getting very persnickety. I mean, can you hear this poor dog? This poor little doggy. Hey. Well, it's gonna be a couple moments here because we need to find a safe spot. Huh? 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 Yeah, I know. Hey. Hey. You silly butt. You're a little silly butt. So, let's see. Across that huge wall. Looking for ruins of the Angelus. But we're comrades who dueled together. Your eyes tell me it's the truth. Okay, whatever, man. Okay. This is the Valley of the Flying Dragon. It's the place closest to the end of the world. And it's kind of wild that on both sides of the wall they call it the end of the world. That's a little. That's a bit of a road to hoe. Sleeper's Man is a good place to sharpen your sharpen your sword and your skills as a warrior. Huh? What about you, Poots? You're gonna sharpen your sword and your skills as a warrior? From this side of the wall, it must be seen as the end of the world. Yeah, so it's like what? People on our side of the wall. When I found an unconscious girl here. Surprise that. Well, you know, we're dealing with Justin here, so he's gonna do, yeah. Oh, I only had one thing, so I thought we were gonna be able to do all three, which is why I just there, so whatever. So hopefully, for the sake of this little fur ball, the little fur ball, little fur ball, fur butt, there will be a save point here when we do it. So okay, so oh wow. So now we got Gadwin and our party. This is something. And we got a save spot. You see that? Pooty. Oh, she just went right for the freaking door. So, yeah, we're gonna call it a night. Oh, yeah. Let me double check. I think it's too late for anybody that I know to be on. For Rady Town. Yeah, kinda what I thought. So you know what? We'll just call it a night here, everybody, because it is super duper late. I got a whiny little puppy here. Well, not puppy. She's a year and a half old. She's past puppy stage. But yeah, we got to do. Sleepy time has to happen because she's out of her mind. I mean, but anyway, thank you all for popping. Oh my goodness. Pre-stream snacky going everywhere. If you'll pardon my somewhat mess here, but yeah, thank you all for popping in here with the stream. Next time we will deal with Gadwin here and the rest of this area and go to take our new night friend to date. Yeah, that's something else, isn't it? So yeah, so we've got, there's a fair, not too much there. There's a fair amount of treasure here, but since we got Gadwin, we got a whole lot of slots here to play with. But yeah, again, it's been fun here again. I'm definitely happy that I'm back on the streaming tip. But yeah, I'll just call it a night here because I am upsetting this poor pathetic dog who is just like starved for attention and whatever. So yeah. So anyway, good night everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.